Dan here, Vagabond Buddha.
Qiang here from Whole Venture.
We're in the Philippines.
𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒗𝒆𝒍.
And we're social distancing in our apartment.
And because 𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒗𝒆𝒍 is starting from today, they have
Enhanced quarantine, yeah.
Quarantine, yes.
You're allowed to go out twice a week for 5 hours, like Monday and Friday. Monday in the morning, Friday in the afternoon. So we're indoors here. Our landlord said that they're talking about extending it to a month or two, so we'll see what happens.
So we have some snack here when we're talking. It will be our last nice food.
No, we still have food.
No, I mean the good like snack. We have a normal food like rice and pasta, yes, but
okay.
This is not really already. The cheese, yeah, and olive is hard.
Yeah. So we thought we would talk about how we met today. A few of you have asked for that over time. Several requests. People want to know how we met.
So how we met?
We met on Tinder.
Yeah, we met on Tinder.
Yeah. Chungwei had her picture up there, and she had a very artsy looking picture, a profile shot in black and white. And I thought it looked cool, so I swiped right on it, and I didn't hear for a while.
Yeah, like, you know, it's just boring, and then just see. And when I see you are the photo that have a lot of color when you're in India, the color.
Oh, okay.
Thing, that festival, and then
Holi
festival, and then you say that you've been to like 60-something country.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it should be have a lot of story to hear, you know. To kill some time, my time, you know, my free time, because I stay in KL, Kuala Lumpur for my job, and my parents say I stay in Kedah, which is far, so I
8 hours north by car.
No, 6 hours. 6
hours, okay.
5 to 6 hours. And then yeah.
So it was a weekend and all of her friends had gone away for holidays, so she was stuck at home.
Oh yeah, there's Malay New Year, and I was stuck at home. I cannot have too much. I have already applied too much off day for my other job, modeling. So my boss will not approve my leave to go home.
Yeah.
So I have no choice, so I had to start in KL, and then like, okay, it's time to check my Tinder. They are sweet right before, and then I said, hey, oh, this guy is still here. This might be have a lot story to hear. So I just like asked like, how are you, and you know, and then I think I asked you out for a drink, right?
Yeah, I think it was like the 4th of July weekend or something in the US, or maybe a few weeks after that or whatever. Yeah. And so she said,
It's on July.
She said, let's meet at a place in Malaysia,
Soal, which is near to my place by about 5-minute driving. So like, that's a good place. That's my place to meet people. So because I can go home very fast.
So we met at this bar, and we just started chatting, and I bought a bottle of wine and just drinking and chatting. So.
Yeah, just drinking and chatting, and like, wow, so much place that you have been. So I make my dream that I want to be. Actually, it's my childhood dream as well. Like, I hope one day I can go travel without worry, you know. Yeah.
So we started seeing each other. I've spent a lot of time in Southeast Asia, as you know, and so I would stay for a few weeks and see her as much as I could. And
almost every month.
Yeah. And then I would come back to Malaysia, to Kuala Lumpur, and get a place in the MC.
You, hey, what's wrong with you? You keep coming every month.
No, they never ask questions in Malaysia. They don't have all the stupid requirements like we have in the US.
You have 90 days, right?
Yeah, every time you come into Malaysia as an American, at least probably Europeans, Canadians, they just stamp you with 90 days, no questions asked, no extensions. And every time you come back in, it doesn't matter if you're gone the weekend or you're gone a month or 6 months or a year, they stamp it for another 90 days. So.
Oh, that's good.
So it's a great base. Thailand's no longer a good base because they give you 30 days. I mean, that's not really long enough. It's good to go to like 1 or 2 places in Thailand, but then you have to get out. And Malaysia's better because you can relax and work or live a life in Malaysia for 90 days. Mm-hmm. So we would hang out together. It seems like so we met in June, July.
Oh, July.
Like, yeah,
I remember it's July.
It was July, yeah. But it wasn't until a year later that you started traveling with me, right?
Yeah, because he keep coming every month. You know, he stay for a week to a month. Like.
Yeah, we met in 2016, and I, as usual, I'm in Southeast Asia a lot, and I would come back and visit.
I like, what you want that you're coming back every month? You should say something to me, you know. I cannot go out to see other guy.
Well, she had 2 jobs, a modeling job, and she also had a job. She was a sales job.
It's a marketing job, yeah.
And my job's, you know, very few people can do what I do. At the time, I was doing consulting work, and most people have to go sit at a desk somewhere, and mine was just work I could do on my computer or wherever. So I didn't want to ask her to throw away her, you know, life and travel with me. So I was just coming back and visiting.
Yeah. It's very hard to ask me because I have my base in Malaysia and I have my car and I'm planning to buying a house. You know, just a usual thing that everyone would do. Yeah, and yeah.
So we would have a good time and hang out and go out to dinner, and we went on a few trips. Like the first. Was it New Year's? Like 4 or 5 months after we met, you came to Vietnam with me.
Yeah, you asked
and
me.
And we went to Bali too, didn't we?
Oh, Bali. Before that is Langkawi, and then after that we went to Bali on Christmas. Yeah. And then we go to Vietnam on Chinese New Year, which is the next February. Yes. Right.
So she started traveling with me a week here and there whenever she could get off work.
It's very hard to get off work.
Yeah.
My boss want to kill me because I have my modeling job. I travel to Shanghai, to Korea for my modeling job.
China. She's going to all these modeling jobs, and then she starts asking for time off to hang out with me.
We're not allowed that anymore.
And then she brought me on some of her modeling jobs too. Got to go to Shanghai with her.
Oh yeah.
And
the Fashion Week in Malaysia in KL as well.
Yeah, it's fun to go watch. But finally, a year after we met, she was like, "What did you say? Something like, how come you don't ask me to travel with you?" Or
and what do you want? You keep coming back every month. You know, you need to say something like serious and what we are. No.
No, you didn't say that. You just said, how come you don't ask me to go traveling with you?
Yeah, then after that, I said, how come you didn't ask me to go travel with you?
And I said, you want to travel with me? You're welcome to. And a month later, we left.
Yeah.
It was a quitter job.
Yeah, I need a month off.
She sold her car.
I need 1 month notice to my company. So.
Yeah. It was like September of 17.
Yeah.
And she gave a month of notice, and just a month later we flew to my sister's house in Scotland or London. She was living in London at the time.
We was in London for a week, and then we flew to Mexico, and then we started our travels.
We started our travels.
Yeah. Is it hard to be traveling for the first beginner? Oh yes, that's very hard.
I remember the first 3 months are the hardest.
Oh my God, I miss my home country food so much, because in Asia we have a lot of choices. A lot. I can eat Italian food, German food, even Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese. You know, anytime in Malaysia.
Yeah, KL has all the foods of the world.
Yeah, and then when I go to Mexico, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, I'm like, oh God, man. And I found out that in Mexico they don't speak English. Even 1, 2, 3, thank you. That's all. No, not even that. I was like, oh. I almost go crazy, you know, that time. I thought English is a normal language that everyone knows because
well, it is in Mexico. Not everyone, but the tourist areas. Sadly, they all, in order to make money in tourist areas, you have to speak a little English. But
the thing is, in South America, Spain is common language.
Yeah, of course. Same with Mexico, right?
Yeah. So same in Mexico. So in Asia, English is the common language.
Right.
So I thought English is everyone can speak, but until I go to Mexico.
Yeah. Central and South America speak even less English than Mexico. Mexico, places like, well, we first went to Tulum. We first went to Playa del Carmen, then Tulum, and then we flew to Mexico City. So those sort of areas have English speakers. Not everyone, but certainly stores and tourist areas have English speakers. But if you step a block away off the main areas, you might walk into a restaurant where they don't speak any English. So. Yeah, she missed her food. That was probably our biggest challenge. 𝐸𝐵 is all about food.
Yeah, so it got my emotion very high. I was almost wanted to cry that when I craving for my home food, you know, home cooked food, and wow, that's very hard. But after that, we was like about 1.5 years back to Malaysia, and then when I go back and eat my home country.
Was it 1.5 years before we went back?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. Yeah, because we left in October of 17 and we didn't come back until February of 19?
January, I think.
January. And no, but you had flown home for the previous... No, you hadn't.
No.
You hadn't, no.
So it's very hard for me, and when I'm back home and then when I eat those food, I'm like, oh my god, it's not the taste that I miss so much.
Yeah, when you leave home, you reminisce about it, almost like you glorify it in your mind. And when you're gone long enough, more than 3 years, 6 months, and you really have tasted parts of the world, and you go home, it's not as cool as you thought it would be. Shopping, malls, theaters, freeways, a park here and there. It's after a while, home starts to just be a little boring after you've seen the world. So.
Oh, and you know why? That I would be with Daniel. Even he's older than me a lot. Everyone will ask. I did before, and
you dated before?
And I only choose the man who can cook. The man who can cook.
Yeah, she dated a lot of cooks.
Yeah, so
not for their job, but their hobby.
They have to be a good cook, and then can feed me. That's all.
Yeah, she still thinks my pasta is the best food she eats, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I would be a good sous chef to cut that thing, but I'm not a good cook.
You don't really try that. Well, you cook some nice Chinese dishes.
It's just okay.
Yeah, it's normal for you, but
it's normal for me.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we after Mexico, we went to South America for 6 months.
Yes.
So like 6 months Mexico, 6 months South America.
Yes.
3 months in Portugal, a month or 2 months in Portugal, a month in Morocco.
Budapest.
Budapest, 2 weeks in Spain, and then boom, you flew home in just about a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was gone a long time, a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so we met on Tinder.
Any question you want to ask, just let us know, so we will talk about it, because I have no idea that what we should talk about. I just tell you about how we met, that's all.
Yeah.
We laugh.
It's funny. That just how many people now meet online on dating sites?
A lot. I met my friend have 2 sisters, also is met online, married, happy marriage, and a traveler that we met in Peru, Norma. She also had a boyfriend they met in Tinder.
Yeah.
And they are still together. same.
Yeah, I would venture to guess that over half of the people now that are in new relationships are met online.
But still, you have to be careful. Sometimes things is not so true.
You always hear that, but I don't know anyone that's been murdered online from an online date. Makes good movies, though. So anyway, that's how we met. Maybe we'll, since we both did a little online dating before we met, maybe we'll give you another video with some tips about things we learned about online dating. Anyway, thanks for listening to our video. Any other final thoughts?
No, if you have any questions that you want to know, just let us know, commenting below, so we will answer you on our next video. Yeah, we have a lot of content that we can continue to post, and we will, but we're also want to respond to your interest and your questions or whatever. We did a video earlier today. Someone had asked if we could tell them the hidden gems in Southeast Asia. They didn't want to know about the ones that everyone already knew about, because we had posted Southeast Asian best places to retire. And the best places are the best places because they're great places, but hidden gems is a different thing. So we will respond. We will respond to your comments and requests. See you.
Thanks for watching. Yeah.
Yeah, stay safe and stay positive and stay healthy.
Yeah. Work out every day. Get your heart rate up. See you later.